Hey guys, this is Dwayne Cameron, and this is a shout out to Action Activate.
Doesn't seem to be working. Anyway, what's going on? I'm Gazbot, and this, of course, is Action Activate. And if I'm Gazbot and this is Action Activate, then with me, as always,
it's I. It is the big dog. Just noticing your Ryan George shirt.
Oh yeah, I've had this for a while. Have you never seen it?
I don't know if I have. It's a great shirt. I don't know if you like my shirt. I didn't plan it.
Oh yeah, the Heart Ray 4. I've heard of that character. It's from the Independent Kaiju comic.
It is. It's 3 issues in, but issue 4 is currently in the works and should be out in the next 12 months from what I heard behind the scenes.
For those of you that have been following us for a while, you know that I am an artist and that is my comic. For those of you joining us to see about Operation Overdrive, well, now you know that too. But we're here to talk about Power Rangers. We're here to talk about Operation Overdrive. Now, again, anybody that's joining us new, we have been doing Power Ranger and Power Ranger adjacent content for years at this point.
Yeah.
And we've done a few full seasons. We started with Beast Morphers, and we did every season for Beast Morphers up until the end of Cosmic Fury. We've done random episodes here and there. We did all of Mystic Force. We did all of that SPD. Did we do any other full seasons? I can't remember.
Of Power Rangers, like official. That's
yeah.
it.
Well, yeah, we've done fan films and we've done random episodes here and there. But I think this is our third, let's say, classic season we're gonna do. And we've done a lot of interviews too. You can go check all that out. But we're here now. This is the thing. Usually, it's supposed to be our first time watching, or maybe my first time watching, and he saw it when he was a kid, or something like that. This is the only season I've seen every episode of every season of Power Rangers except for this one. I think you're pretty close. There's a few you missed, but in the Neo Saban era. But generally,
yeah. There's some that like I watched some, but not all, because I am less of a completionist with Power Rangers watching. Like I thought I was going to have to be like, I got to get them all, just say I did. And maybe I will someday, but currently I don't. But this one, we actually, if you can find it, I think it's on the Gazbot channel. I don't even know. But
there's a playlist on here from that, but yeah.
7 years ago, we watched like a couple episodes, did a weird compilation video, but here we're doing it from the start.
Find one episode, actually. There might be more, but I can only find the one live episode that we did.
I think we did one live and went, I don't know. Either way.
Regardless, we started reviewing this years ago and got derailed.
Yes.
So I don't know what you watched when you were a kid, but when we let's say we got up to episode 3, 5, 7, whatever it was, years ago. So technically we have watched this before. I'm still going to put the thumbnail first time watching because I want those clickbait links. And it's kind of true because watching it, I was remembering it, but like, oh yeah, this and that and this and that. So we're going to talk about this first episode in depth, and then we'll probably go at a little bit of a quicker clip through the rest. Now, for those of us that have been following, we had taken a vote. Do you want us to do Overdrive, something else, Indie Toku? We started doing some Indie Toku. Nobody was watching this. We did 2 episodes. Nobody watched them. Now, that doesn't mean we won't do more Indie Toku, but we're going to do the big ones that we're already invested in, Zenith Films, things like that. These are just sort of random one-offs. And it seems like the people want the official classic. And it's about time I finished out the huge gap in my knowledge. So I've been talking a lot. Why don't you talk?
Yep. So for this one, we talked behind the scenes where Mystic Force was the last official season we watched. And for me, through most of it, and you for at least part of it, it was definitely a drag. And this one we've heard mixed reviews on. So what we agreed on is significant episodes like the first episode, the finale, the crossover, we're going to do a little bit longer. And some other ones, it's probably classic Power Rangers. Again, we haven't watched more than a handful of episodes, but the Rangers have an issue. Somebody is stubborn. They find out a hard lesson. They fight the monster. They beat the monster. They get a new power. The day is saved. Like those ones were going to be a little bit faster. We're not going to skip them completely, but this one, we're coming in kind of an interesting intro where it seems like you're kind of on an Indiana Jones adventure, and then we find out, nope, that's just Mac and his vivid imagination.
Well, and not only that, but specifically, this was saying about like not remembering. Specifically, it was Indiana Jones and then the Temple of Doom, like almost exactly that opening where they're on a plane and they have to jump out. So like it wasn't just Indiana Jones; it was like that, and even like the map and everything. So it was, just to be clear, it's not just adventure; it's Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, or the Temple of Doom. Sorry.
One thing I find funny, because I haven't heard the full version of the theme song in a while.
Yes.
If you come into this new and you're like, oh, I heard this season's called Operation Overdrive, they'll kind of tell you the whole synopsis in the first minute.
That's true. That they do. Also, I don't hate this theme song. Some people really don't like this theme song. It's not my favorite, but it suffered, and we've talked about this other theme songs too. It suffered from me listening to that Pelican Mega Mix a million times. So it wasn't that I didn't like it. I kept wanting it to be like 1.5% faster. Like speed it up a little faster. Which, to be fair, I feel like that's my opinion of a lot of music.
Also does the like rap version way smoothly for how quick he's doing it compared to this, where they're talking about it kind of like this pace.
Yeah, as opposed to like 5 Rangers looking for the 5 fair stones. Like I can't do it like he does. But yeah, it feels, you're right. Even though he's not necessarily a rapper, he's doing the rap better. You're right about that.
If you go through this video or any videos in the future on Operation Overdrive and it's not your thing, please just listen to the Pelican Power Ranger mix, the Mega Mix. It's 10 minutes. It's phenomenal. If you get anything out of this, just go listen to that. But back to the show.
I like any series that isn't just, hey, we're a bunch of kids in school.
Yep.
Anything that has some other conceit starting it, I give it points for that. And here's a spoiler. I'm going to be pretty positive in this review. Way more positive than I thought I was going to be.
Yep.
I don't know if it's because I haven't watched like a official Power Rangers in a while. I don't know if it's because I was expecting it to be worse or what, but like I have more good to say than bad about this episode.
I definitely was more fond of this episode than I think the first time. It's something about it. I think the timing in our lives that we're watching it, and also the fact that it's like, hang on,
I'm a sneezer. Oh, what?
Thank you. It's a thing where like there's just no pressure. We're watching this because we want to, not because we feel like we have to. So it's like good, bad, or in between. Let's just have a fun time and go in here.
You know what? Maybe you're right. Yeah. And we're not like, oh, there's new seasons out. Should we be watching that? It's just like,
this isn't as good as that last one. I wonder how it's going to. It's like, if we don't want to watch it, we don't want to watch it. We want to watch it because we want to talk about Power Rangers. Whatever. Everybody have a fun time. It's whatever.
Speaking of a fun time, I did remember when I watched the few episodes years ago that I did like the butler. I think Spencer's his name. I enjoy him.
Spence is my favorite character from everything we've seen.
Classic comic relief, not too over the top, pulling some good face acting. Dig it. I dig it.
The thing that's kind of funny that I think frustrated me when we watched this before is as the episodes go on, this era of Power Rangers has some very over the top humor that I didn't necessarily like. And he's so well written. I'm like, how come you guys couldn't keep that consistency with like every other comic relief we had for like 5 or 10 years?
Yeah. And I wonder if it's the writing or the producers or the type of actors they hire. Like, I don't know what it is, but you're right that some just work better than others.
Well, there's other characters on this show I really am not the hugest fan of. So that's why I'm like,
I'll say this. I remember not liking characters too. And I know in this, I'm just judging this episode.
Yes,
there's nobody in this episode that I didn't like. There's no actor that did a terrible job. Like, in this episode, I'm not talking about the future, but in this episode, there was nothing that bothered me that much.
I think going off of initial impressions, and we're going to jump around a little bit. Andrew Hartford, who's a doctor, who's like essentially Bruce Wayne, Indiana Jones,
right?
Has all this money and he recruits the eventual Rangers through different means of kind of playing to their skill set. I felt like he was a little cliche at times, but it was weird because I didn't like him in those scenes. It inadvertently made me like those Ranger candidates more. Like I really liked Pink in this.
You do like Pink?
Yeah, Pink was I think my favorite of the Rangers. When we see their intros,
I liked Dax and I liked Mac. Well, yeah, I like.
I'm not
Dax.
counting Mac. I'm not counting Mac. I'm going off of like when we see the here is my skill set kind of thing.
Right. That's true. Well, yeah, Dax was basically already a Power Ranger. He's basically, look, I'm a Power Ranger. Oh, okay. Yeah. And I liked actually. Again, we're jumping around. Most of this episode was original American footage, so I give it lots of credit for that. Like 90% of this episode was new footage. And a lot of it, like the Dax scene, was really fun choreography and fight scenes and stunts and things like that. You could definitely tell when it came out because it was like parkour, parkour. But
Yep.
they had the fun little joke about him being the stunt person and like the tiny chair. I thought that was kind of
When we're
funny.
introduced to the villains in the Knight character whose name I forget, what did you think design wise?
Name in this episode, so
They didn't.
I don't remember him saying it.
Okay. I if they said it, I don't remember. B, if they didn't say it, then there you go. But design wise, what did you think of him and the two villains?
The Knight design is nothing yet because it's a blurry, like it kind of looks like Solaris Knight with a blur filter on it.
Yeah.
So I don't think the voice is super amazing. It just sounds like a regular guy. I feel like it should have had an effect on it or something. But I love Florius. And Moltar's all right. And I did remember. Oh yeah. Heat Miser and Cold Miser, which I'm a big, or Snow Miser, which I'm a big fan of. So I love that dynamic. I also love these sets, especially the cold set with like the slide and icicles and the snow. It's like, what a great practical set. It must have been so fun to go work on there.
Yeah, he is an interesting one. The more I look at him, the more he grows on me. Florian, I think, is my favorite, and also because this is an anniversary season in the Sentai, he was designed after the Mighty Morphin Megazord, which is why his head is shaped that way.
Really?
The Heat Miser.
Oh, that's a Moltor.
Moltor, sorry, not Florian, Moltor.
I think it's Florius and Moltar. Or Moltor.
I'm gonna. We're probably gonna do what we did last time and just say Heat Miser and Cold Miser the whole show.
Yeah. Okay, that's still. It looks more like it, but it's weird to make the villain design to look like a Megazord.
Maybe it plays in the story. I didn't watch Bokenger, but
going back to Indiana Jones, now his father's having a real Indiana Jones adventure again with the hat and everything. And this is like the beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark with a little bit of Last Crusade mixed in with the pillars he's jumping on. But again, they're not like hinting slightly. They're like, this is Indiana Jones.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
This is a Disney season, so that's totally okay.
Why? Because Disney owns. Disney doesn't. Well, now they do.
I think they did at the time, which is why
Lucasfilm owns Indiana Jones, and Disney has the ride at Disneyland, but they were licensing it. Once Disney bought Lucasfilm for Star Wars, I guess they also got Indiana Jones.
Maybe because of the licensing deal, it was not. It was fine.
Well, they didn't use the music. They didn't use anything.
Well, yeah, clearly that's a whole different ballgame.
I think what you're saying, I think, doesn't apply because it was parody or homage. They could have gotten away with this regardless. It was super obvious, but legally distinct.
Maybe they thought of it because it was Disney,
or because it's one of the most famous movies of all time,
or parkour.
Yeah, here's the parkour.
Yeah, Dax does do a good job in this scene, I will say, of making him a very like underdog character that we want to root for.
Yes, I agree. And he has a charm to him and he shows that he's capable, but maybe he's not getting the recognition he deserves. It is weird that in the first 5 or 10 minutes, we have 2 exciting adventures that are not real.
Yep. Yeah, he wants to be the lead guy. The chair is actually kind of funny. I liked that.
To get this little hologram recruitment tool. What did this, we probably talked about this before, but what did this remind you of the sequence of when he's gathering all the people at their various different, like, she's at the races and whatever?
Voltron? I don't know.
Voltron? That is not what I expected you to say. Well, I always go to Mask, the 80s cartoon. But
I didn't watch Mask, that's why.
I understand. So then I think, oh, well, like maybe the first couple Mission Impossibles or maybe even the later ones. And then I'm like, well, any kind of heist movie, really. Any kind of let's get the gang back together. Specifically makes me think of Mask, but anything where it's like, oh, look, one guy's playing cards, and then there's the girl. She's a safecracker. And like, it's a trope, and it's been done a million times, but I like it. And I like it the more diverse. If they're all just pulling scams, I don't dig it. But like stuntman, race car driver, scientist, good guy, thief, I'm in. They're all very different. Like,
it's funny you mentioned that. There's a running joke in my family where it half matters what we watch, but my dad and me by extension just love watching anything where they get the team together. So it's always like whenever we're watching something, it's like, what happened in this episode? Oh, it's your favorite. They get in the team together. So it's made me think of that as well, where it's, the montage of, this person's great at driving. This person's great at computers.
And there's always the ones like, I don't know about this. Well, we got Hawkins. You son of a bee, I'm in.
Yeah. Well, also, actually, in this one, again jumping ahead, we get to see, everybody's gathered, and Mac's like, "What are you guys doing here?" They're like, not for you."
Well, they thought he was in it at first.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, just like you, Hawkins. Yeah, and that was okay. Going back to the father, whether it's the acting or the character, he's this adventurous guy that he's smart and he's rich and he's getting a team together, but he's like a little bit unlikable, mainly because he's a jerk to his son.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to not want your son to be part of this dangerous crew and all that stuff, but to not even tell him, to not even mention that 4 strangers are coming to the house, and it's like what? Mention something,
Yeah. And then he's like, "Oh, I thought the butler did it." Anyways, get out of here. Get out of here, child.
Yeah.
Adult child.
Someone exactly as old as the other people I'm talking to right now.
Oh, are these your peers? Not you. Get out of here.
I do like that they teamed up to eavesdrop. Like, I thought the butler was, I said his name, I forgot. Spencer. I thought Spencer was be like, "Oh, Maston." What?
No R at the end.
It's Spencer?
Spence.
Spence? Okay. So I thought Spence was going to be like, "Oh, what are you eavesdropping?" But clearly they were like, "No, we're in this together. This is fine." Oh, there was another good joke too, where he's like, "Spence, how about some lemonade?" He's like, "No, I'm fine, sir." Which again is a classic old joke, but it fit his character so perfectly.
And earlier he gives Mac lemonade, and he's like, "Oh, this is terrible. Did you want sugar in that?" "Yes, I did."
Yeah. Spence is pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, no, Spence is the best. So they're eavesdropping. "Hey, guess what? I found the MacGuffin crown, and it's gonna help everybody do the things. And evil can't get it, or bad stuff will happen."
Well, yeah, and I also forgot that when evil came, they were from another planet. Like, eventually they settle into areas on Earth, but in my mind, they came from the Earth. Like, again, going back to it's been a while, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right.
Probably in Bokendra they did.
Maybe I haven't watched Bokendra.
Maybe they're mole people.
I mean, I guess.
Well, because he's like lava. I'm assuming he.
I assume he came from the core of the Earth or whatever.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Antarctica.
Although
I'm assuming this is Bokendra footage here.
I feel like he's American. I don't know.
Well, I meant this part with the ninjas running. And
stuff. With the ninjas, maybe, but
yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Anyways, everybody's like, "What? Power Rangers? That's crazy."
Well, yeah, I like that they all don't believe him. Oh wait, is that the guy?
Yeah.
Oh, there's the Power Guardian.
I know. I remembered.
I forgot. I must have looked away for a second, because I forgot they showed him. He's weird looking.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it. He has got like a no-face helmet. It's interesting, but I don't love him. He might grow on me.
Yeah, I find it interesting too. It's like he got rid of these gems. They're scattered. Here's his crown.
Yeah, it's like the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
But the Infinity Gauntlet was created. It's more like if the Infinity Stones were scattered, they go, and also here's the gauntlet.
Yeah.
I do like that they didn't believe him right away, because like, why would you? But then he's like, "I'm going to make you all Power Rangers." What I do like is that Dax is like, "Yes, Power Rangers, awesome." Because again, we're establishing this is a world where they exist, and he's like, "I want to be a superhero." Will is like, "I don't want to do that." Fine. But then they all leave. I feel like Dax should have stayed, been like, "Well, too bad for them. What color am I?"
Yeah.
Like, that's what should have come next.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Will at least is very clear. He's like, "I work by myself." Later.
Yeah. And then here comes the shadow of this guy, and then they're like, "Okay, well, now we believe."
Golden
this was
Nightman, I believe, is his name.
What is his name?
Golden Nightman.
Golden. Is it really that?
No,
I don't think so. But yeah, they find this area wherever they are. Oh, and this is where Helson shows up. Now, is he just the voice? I don't think he's in the suit, right?
I don't know. I could see it either way, to be honest.
I could too, but I realized I don't.
Because wasn't he the robot in Ninja Steel also?
He was Cruz, but I don't think he was in the suit. I think he just did the voice.
No, Ninja Steel. Wasn't he Redbot as well?
No, he was Kinnick. Mick Kinnick. Matt Kinnick. Mick Kinnick, whatever his name.
I thought he did both for some. I don't know.
No,
Anyways.
he had a big wig and stuff, but you can still see who.
No, I remember that. I thought
you're mixing up Redbot with.
I am. It's fine.
Sorry, Ninja Steel point for me.
Yeah, you got it. Talking about Ninja Steel, funnily enough.
Yeah,
but
right.
yeah, so Abominable Snowman does have his moments, but he also has the Ben and Betty problems of like, just dial it back a little, and I'll like you more.
And again, I could see it going that way, but in this episode, it was fine. It was just a little bit, I thought it was funny that Moltar says something here. He's like, "Oh, my brother is looking for the thing." Where he goes, "Oh, an informant. An informant has tipped me off." Like, an informant? You've been on Earth for 3 days. You're a lava monster. You've got an informant. You're an alien from another world.
Look it up.
How does he have an informant?
Because
Okay.
he's got eyes and ears everywhere.
And he doesn't
like-
even say one of his lizards. He says, "Hey, get around my lizards and informant." So it's not one of the lizards.
Who
I do
knows?
like the lizards, though. I think they're a cool henchman.
So everybody gets a suit and gem and powers and stuff.
I'm going back to things I like, tropes in Power Rangers I do like. Civilian suits, always a plus. I dig that.
Civilian suits I like. It very much depends for me on civilian powers.
I like the concept, just because it's something different. They used them a little bit later this episode. I don't know how much I like or dislike them for this season yet. It didn't bother me, but it didn't wow me. But I like the suits. One thing I noticed about the suits, Blue Dax, his looks like it has like little karate martial arts pieces hanging out. Did you notice that?
No, let me see if there's a shot of it.
I thought it was like the boy cut was different, but Will doesn't have it. Wait, you can't really see it there very well. But it's like all the rest are sort of tucked into a belt, and his come down.
Oh, I see. I kind of see what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'll have to see in a different shot maybe during the fight, but
Yeah, but his is the only. Well, I didn't see Max, but I know. Oh,
also,
yeah,
I know
look at
we
that.
haven't
You're
watched
really-
official Power Rangers in a while, but we're watching official Power Rangers, so watch for copyright.
I know that's why I'm just moving it a little bit. But you see how it's split, and it looks like.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying now.
And
That's
at
kind of
first I
cool.
thought,
I'll give you a Ninja Steel point.
Thanks.
I love those crates in the back. That again,
Love
we've
it.
seen like 3 episodes, so we know what they are. But I love those as like a prop / thing they're going to use.
Agreed.
Yeah, the like team logo branding on everything, I'm always a sucker for.
Yeah, and I like that, and I like that it makes sense because this is a rich guy that like branded his stuff. Like they, any little explanation for stuff like that is fun.
Doesn't he say that? He's like, we're gonna adventure these, and we're gonna find them because I'm rich.
I don't know if he says because I'm rich, but he does say he.
I thought he says something along
I
those
thought he
lines,
said
like,
something
and
like,
we
"You-
can do it because of your skills, and I'm rich.
I think you're paraphrasing, but I think that is what he's saying. Yeah.
In my defense, I'm also reading a comic right now that had a scene eerily similar to that, where the main guy was like, "We're gonna do it because I'm rich." So I might be confusing a little bit, but
I mean, he definitely mentions that he's rich, but I think he says it's more like with your skills and smarts and my technology and money, we're gonna make this work. Like he says something
Maybe.
very similar to that.
but yeah,
Well,
right
this is where you
here
start seeing the
we see
powers.
civilian powers coming in. He's got the eye.
It's not
What is it
sight.
from Thundercats? The eye of sight.
Sight beyond sight.
Sight beyond sight. There we go.
Here's what bothers me potentially about civilian powers. None of their powers are so overpowered they're winning the whole fight with them. That's fine, but it makes them a little interesting. But I feel like what often happens is he's got this telescopic sight and super hearing. She's got super speed. He could jump. The other one's invisible. That should come into play. It shouldn't be a thing where like, where are they? I don't know. Oh, they're right on top of us. Why didn't you see them?
Yeah.
We'll never get there in time. I can't run fast enough without morphing. You have super speed.
It's
That's what it was.
the non D&D problem, where in D&D you would roll for all these things and you'd think about it. Everything else, it's like plot hole.
Yeah. I mean, if they can't use it or try to use it and fails, that's fine. But I do feel I can't think of an example, but I feel like I've seen other seasons, maybe Mystic Force, where like, hey, why didn't they use some of their magic to do that? And like, but they just forget they have magic sometimes.
My question to you, because as I was thinking about it, it seems like mostly Disney seasons and some Neo Saban have civilian powers. What is your favorite example in Power Rangers of civilian powers?
Oh, boy,
Done well.
I'm ill prepared for this.
I know.
Okay, I'm gonna give a cop-out answer. I'm gonna say how people don't age in Dino Charge when they have the Energems.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. That's a good one.
Because it was sort of consistent. It explained Coda, explained his father being not as old, and like, it was simple, but like it worked. So just because it worked, I'll go with that.
That is a great angle that I didn't even consider for this. Mine was a toss-up between Dino Thunder and Ninja Storm, but I got to go with Ninja Storm just because it's a power that's gained, but not just like given.
Right. Like learning ninjutsu and Dragon
Yeah, they
Ball.
were
or-
water bending,
or-
earth bending, air bending. The whole nine.
I mean, it's kind of similar to Jungle Fury. Like their powers also. It's like, well, they've learned these mystic martial arts, and and that should be my answer, being the Jungle Fury guy I am. But I guess I just felt like the Energems, it was so simple, and it just worked.
No, I agree. I think it's cool, and it lends to a lot of layers of, like you said, there's a literal caveman on the team. So,
Yeah,
anyways,
and
back
now
to
you-
this.
Okay.
This fight I enjoyed more than I thought, but
Yeah.
holy wire work, Batman.
Oh yeah. Well, and here's the thing. I enjoyed it. I thought it was well done. There was a lot of wire work, and I think a lot of things taken out of context can be bad, but sometimes taken out of context is good. Because in the middle of a bunch of seasons with huge Kalish explosions and too much wire work, it's like, oh, this again? But I haven't seen this in a while. So I was like, oh yeah, I haven't seen this in a while.
Yeah. The spins in the air. I'm like, good Lord. Those I think are my favorite cronies out of both.
The lizard men are really cool looking. The other ones are fine, but they kind of just remind me of putties.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they're supposed to be ice, they come off as like rock that crumbles. So it's that's exciting.
But yeah, like so far, the team's using their powers. They're motivated to fight. Yep. So far in this episode specifically, things are good.
I also I don't know if this was intentionally funny or if it was just editing that worked out, but it's something like, he says Mac, I'll tell you later. I promise. And it goes like, whoop. And he's like, so anyway, what it is, like, there's nothing in between. It made me laugh out loud.
I didn't notice that because I was thinking more of the fight like in between it, but right. just give Spence his own episode. That's all I need.
Yeah. But Mac's like, let me help. And he's like, no, I won't talk to you about it. I won't explain why. This whole thing was a secret that I'm mad you know about. And it's like, it's making his dad not look good and making Mac look good. Because Mac, here's the thing, Mac wants to help. Clearly his feelings are hurt. He's feeling a little betrayed, but he's not pouting. He's not yelling. He's not being like, screw you, Dad. He's like, just let me help, man. Like, it really makes Mac come off as looking good. And his dad
also, the more this goes on, the more you're like, do you ever get to leave the house? Because it kind of seems like you don't.
What do you mean?
Mac.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Because in the beginning, he has a dream or a daydream after reading a story of like, I want to go out and go on adventures. And it's like, my dad does those, and then I don't. It's like, are you just confined to that home?
I guess I assume he's not going on adventures overseas. He's just, going to the mall and like,
I didn't see any of that. I see him hang out with Spence and sit in a hammock.
Well, come on, be fair. If you could hang out with Spence, would you go anywhere?
I'd go with Spence 2 places.
Okay, well, it'll be up to him.
Be a very blank check situation. Anybody who's seen that movie without any of the problematic parts of it. But
anyway, so now they're riding in cool vehicles that, again, all American footage, just like, hey, look, we're an adventure themed season. Check us out. It is weird how generic.
When you zoom in on them, they actually kind of grow on you a little on those cronies.
I wasn't on cronies. What are you talking about?
No. It was a second ago. Keep going.
Oh, these. There you go. Oh, yeah. They have a little. Why do they have a candle? That must be a Japanese thing. Maybe that's like how they animate their soul or something.
I don't know.
I wonder if
it's cool the more you look at it, though.
It is. They are, but at a glance, they're not as dynamic. But you're right. What I was going to say about this, though, everything is so branded and color coordinated, and this is color coordinated, but just sort of black and gold. Mm-hmm. I don't see their colors; they all look the same. Like, I was a little disappointed that didn't look more impressive. Yeah. More Power Ranger branding. Put it that
way. Right. So these morphers, I don't dislike these morphers. I like them until they go into the full morph sequence. I don't like the it sticks out and it looks like a flip phone that you didn't fully open, and then a little thing projects. I like everything else. I don't like that part specifically.
I guess this is in the era where everything was a flip phone, and it was a little bit different than the flip phones, but I really like the way they do the sparks down the sleeve.
That I like. That part's cool. And again, it being straight up is fine. The launching a hologram to turn into your powers. And if they just kept it as it could be a flip phone when they need to talk, and they just rip it, and then a big gear goes and sparks fly, and then they turn to Ranger. I think that would be cooler personally, but that's just me.
The projection I could take or leave. It doesn't bother me. The sparks sell it for me. I also have a soft spot because years ago, when there was a minute where vintage Power Ranger stuff could be gotten for nothing, I got 2 of these morphers for a quarter each and played with them forever, having never seen this season.
You have my former Mercury morpher.
Oh yeah, somewhere. How did we trade? I don't remember how that happened.
I believe, if memory serves me right, I went, I don't want this morpher for a season. I'm not even gonna like you. You're like, that's a cool morpher. I'm like, go for it. I don't even care. And here we are.
So meanwhile, his dad's like, no, Mac, you can't be involved. I'm going to drop my morpher. And Mac's like, I'm not going to whine. I'm just going to pick it up. I'm going to do this awesome spin that makes no sense, but I don't care. I love this morph. The spark, the slow motion. I love it. That's great. I really, really like that a lot.
I also like him defying his dad in the coolest way we've ever seen.
Yes. I also love that he immediately pulls out his power weapon, and I wish he was the only one. Because a minute later, they're like, oh, us too. And it's fine, but I would prefer it came an episode later where they needed more power, or just to show, look, he's such a natural.
So pause here. What do you think of this, these suits?
I don't like them. I've never liked them. The helmet is okay. The suits, I don't like. I don't like these suits.
The helmets actually, I think, might be my favorite part, and I don't love the helmets. The more I look at the suits, the more I'm like, you're trying to do multiple things, not great. Like if it was more solid, I might like it more. If it was more striped, I might like it more. If it was more white instead of primary color, I might like it more. But right now, the combo.
I also feel like if the theme is adventure and like digging and construction and all that stuff, they look like racing suits to me. I feel like instead of having the cuff, move it down here. Give him some elbow pads. Give him some knee pads. Make him look like the rock climber.
I think that is an elbow pad.
It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, because look at his extended arm.
I see where it's falling, but I think that's supposed to be gloved.
I think you're wrong. I think I'm about to get
there's his elbow right there.
Fine.
And his knees. It might be just because of the way costumes work. It's sliding up. Yeah. What I'm saying is like make it a pad.
I know what you're saying. I thought that's what it was doing.
I don't think so. I think it's just sliding up.
I forget. Do you have any of the SH figure arts of these?
I had the blue and black. I think if I had them, I no longer do. Red I have because of Akiba Ranger. It came with the Akiba
Ranger. I never got red. I think I ordered one and then it like never came. Like 15 years ago or something, but I do still have blue and black, I think.
That 2-pack was available for like nothing forever, I remember.
Yeah, still got it. I don't love her scoopers, but I appreciate them in terms of theme for yellow.
They're my least favorite weapon, but I understand they're on theme.
Yeah,
that's interesting. That's like he's in the Ranger shop.
Yeah, he needs to get out of here, you bum.
Yeah, and then they get the crown. And they kind of end with a classic, looks like Andy Samberg.
that needs to be the thumbnail. Is us?
Hold on, I'll take a screenshot. Give me a second. Okay. But yeah, that the cliffhanger is sort of the classic. Like Green Goblin, are you gonna save me or the people on you're gonna come after me or go after the people and save the people on the bridge sort of thing. The only difference is in this case, they're saving them from terrible CGI lava, which is not very good. But
and it's so fast they would all be consumed in a moment.
Oh, and so close to be burning just from being that close to it. But
the thing I appreciate for this season opener 2-parter is we don't have to wait for the second episode to see them morph.
Yes, agreed. Well, has there ever been a season where you had to wait for the second episode to see the morph?
Jungle Fury.
Did it really?
I guess they had, like at the end, it's like in next episode.
I don't remember. You would think I do. Well, let us know in the comments if that's what happened. But so surprisingly, I enjoyed this more than I thought I would, and not even with like an asterisk. Like, well, for Overdrive, it's good. It was fine. I had fun. I'd give it a B.
I think it's solid. I would probably go B- C+ if I was being really nitpicky, but I think again, you caught us on a good day. We don't really have too much to complain about it. In a vacuum, I think it's fine. As we progress through the season, we will see if our feelings change for the better or for the worse.
Right. So let us know what you think. Let us know what you think of the season in general. Let us know what you thought of the first episode specifically, and if your feelings changed as you watched it.
If you have feelings on the season, please do not put specifics, as we have not seen the whole season.
Yes, we don't want to hear, it was good until episode 11 when so-and-so did such and such.
If it wasn't for this thing, it would have been great. Like, no, please don't, respectfully.
Yeah. Do you like the season? Regardless of if you like the season, did you like this first episode? And what I'm most interested to hear, are there people that watched it as a kid and then watched it as an adult and liked it more or less? Because, like, again, having heard it's not a good season, having watched it a couple years ago, and I kind of was like, it's not that great. I'm liking it more now. Did that happen to you?
I definitely like this more than the first time. 1,000%. Like that night and day difference. I think, again, as we go into the other episodes, I think we're going to see how it goes. I'm going to take the positives as I get them, and I'm not going to just fish for negatives, but if negatives are there floating above the water, I will kindly scoop with my metaphorical net and take them as they go.
Fair enough. And I've been known to try to be more positive than you and try to struggle to keep things on, but I don't think I was doing that this time. I think it was just generally the things that weren't good were just not great. There was nothing horrible. It was all fine or good, and that might change.
Yeah, nothing egregious happened.
No, and we'll be back next week with I don't know, episode 2, maybe 2, 3, 4. I don't know how we're gonna do, but we'll be back next week with Operation Overdrive. We will be at Power MorphCon this year, which isn't for a few months, but just 2026. We will be there. I will be at Kaiju Brooklyn in New York in a couple of weeks, the end of this month.
Oh wow!
Not doing Power Ranger stuff specifically, although I'll have some Power Ranger art there. I met Lunar Wolf there last year. We have an interview with him that's up if you want to check that out.
That's right.
Unrelated to any of that, but I want to test this new thing out. This is a QR code. You should be able to scan it. If you scan it, you can pre-order at your local comic store, Kaijus and Cowboys #1. Maybe you want to get variant cover C with art by me. You can do that if you want. But really, let's just test and see if that QR code works.
I'm going to test it live with you.
Oh, okay, you're testing it live. Let's see.
This is great radio.
This is not radio. Well, I guess it could be a podcast, which is still not radio.
So far, nothing on me.
Oh.
I zoomed in.
Mm-hmm.
It's not acknowledging it for me.
It's new technology. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If you care about the comic, it's available through Lunar Distribution. It's Kaijus and Cowboys, issue #1. My name is Gazbot. It's my cover. You can get it through your local comic store.
If you have like at your LCS, or if you just order online through like something like Comic Hub or something that isn't just through the distributor, you can find it there. If you do a normal way of pre-ordering comics through a thing, it pops up there. It says his name.
Other than my own comic, it's the easiest comic I've ever been able to promote. And every other comic I've done, it's sort of like, well, if you go to the Kickstarter back page, or if you go to the Indiegogo fulfillment side step, this is just like, you should be able to just get it. It's a regular comic.
And you might be able to, depending on your store, go to the store and say, hey, I want to order this comic. Can you order it for me? And they'll go, okay.
I know for sure you could do it at my comic store, your comic store, and I have a friend in Australia, and he was able to do it.
Nice. So go check it out. If not, no worries. Keep on keeping on. Until then, I have been the big dog.
Gazbot here. And
to the power.
See you next time. I will put on end credit. They have all these new features in StreamYard, which is what we use.
We're in StreamYard. You're hard for me to hear right now. Shout out to those who went to Ranger Stop. Hope you had fun. If you did and you're watching this live, tell us in the comments how it was, because we did not go, unfortunately. But
correct, yeah.
Heard good things from people.
Was it Ranger Pop and Stop or Ranger Stop in Orlando?
I think it's Ranger Stop and Pop is what it's called.
I've never been to Stop and Pop. I've been to Orlando several times. There's also other ones. If you've been to other cons that you think are worth checking out, I mean, they're all worth checking out, but in terms of like being able to make, I'm an artist. I sell art, so I need to be able to at least cover my costs. I know there's More Phenomenal Expo, which I think is in Texas. And then there's the new one, which I think is in Pennsylvania. Lord Zed was telling us about it. What's it called? Like Morphin Time Fitness. That's not what it's called.
No.
I don't know. I'm
yeah. Talk to us.
Bye.